Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Every one of us is born in this world to succeed, not to fail. Has anybody, you are all educated, well read, school, college, BSc, MSc, doctorate and postdoctorate. How many of you have tried for failing? None, is it not? Do you know why? It's very difficult. To succeed is easy, to fail is difficult. And yet we fail. See the beauty. So what is the reason this peculiar condition happens? It is only because we are unable to invoke our potentialities to the highest. For that, let us peep into our own personality. What are the things that we have through which we come in contact with the world to express effectively? We have got three aspects basically in our personality. Number one is the physical body that we have. Second is the speech that we have. And the third is the mind that we have. So these are the three faculties: the physical body, the speech and the mind. And each one of these three has to be perfect. Then only perfection will come out. See? When the instrument by which we are achieving or doing any work, if the instrument is not properly tuned, you cannot bring out the best out of you. Take an example to understand, and then we will go for it in more details. So, first example, there is a musician, let us say a veena player. So, the veena instrument is in front of him, he is there. Will the music come out of that veena automatically? No. If there is veena and the musician, he is not touching that instrument, will the music come out of the musician without the use of the veena? No. Third, both of them are there and they are contacting each other, but the veena is not properly tuned. See? Now what are the two important things required? One important thing is that the instrument should have proper tension on the wires. You can come and sit here in my lap. Please come. इधर बैठा दो नीचे. You can come and sit here. No, they can sit here and watch how the people sleep. You can sit here. I don't mind sitting on here. नीचे ठंडा है. Come and sit here. नीचे मत बैठो, इधर बैठो. Sit here. Sit here. इधर बैठ लो. Okay. So if the veena with its wires, if it is not properly tuned, now what is the tuning of a veena? It must have optimum tension, is it not, on the wire? If there is no optimum tension on the wire and musician is wanted to play, what will happen? It will be only pulling the string like the chain of a railway compartment. It will not give music. If the tension on the wire is so much that by the time the musician touches it, breaks, will the music come out? No. And then we complain. What is our complaint? I don't know, I am the selected unlucky. Whatever I touch, it is a failure. I am never able to achieve anything in my life. Swamiji, do you see the hand? Then to them I say, no, I don't see the hand, I show the hand. See, friends, don't blame anybody in this world. If you have to be effective, you must know. There is a saying in Hindi, नाच न जाने आंगन टेढ़ा. See? So let us know the things very clearly. The best music will come out of a perfect combination between the instrument through which the music is brought out and the person who is bringing out the music. See? And for this, who is responsible for taking care of the musical instrument? Should he say, Ajay bhai, तुमने ठीक नहीं किया? If you are a barber, you have to take care of the vastra. Nobody will take. See? And the tuning or the perfect fitness of every instrument has got different norms. There are no standardized norms for every instrument. See, for example, the tension required on a tabla, the tension required on a mridangam, the tension required on the wire of the sitar or a violin, and the tension required on the bow which is playing on the violin, these are all tensions. But all these have definite, distinct parameters. It can't be common in the same manner. The instruments that we have, the body, the speech, the mind. Now, who is responsible for keeping them in tune? God? See? The most miserable culprit in the world who is condemned and blamed is God. दुनिया बनाने वाले दुनिया काहे को बनाई, तुमको परेशान करने के लिए. See, therefore, for individual and institutional effectiveness, these are the two components in individual personality and the personality of an institution. See, those of you who know something about astrology, they know that as there is a kundali for an individual, similarly there is a kundali for the institution. There is a kundali for the state. There is a kundali for the nation. See? So, when we look into our individuality and the distinct identity of an institution, in both these places, we have to have a very clear picture. What are the instruments that are being used and who is the one who is going to play on those instruments? This is what we have to find out. See? And therefore, as we are now seen that there are three instruments which are given to us by the Lord to every one of us. And the first instrument is the instrument of gross body, the second is that of the speech, and the third is that of the mind. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells the three kinds of disciplines which are required to be practiced at these three levels. The discipline of the body, the discipline of the speech, vani, and the discipline of the mind. And by this disciplining, we keep our instrument well tuned. See, friends. And if this point is very clear, then let us now take one by one. We all are blessed with something called as the body. Now let us start working on this body. Now first thing, this body, how many of you have thought in this line what I am going to talk? This body is not created by us. Anybody has any objection? No. अपन ने अपन की body खुद बनाई है. None of us have produced our own body, clear? Somebody else, they are called as parents in our country and friends in other country. You know, I was in Stuttgart, Germany, and I was staying with one lady. And she introduced me. Swamiji, he's my boyfriend and all that. So, being naughty and nasty that I am inside, I kept quiet. But what was going in my mind, boyfriend and girlfriend, you are oldie, 70 not out, and he is another oldie. And boyfriend, why don't you call oldie friend? And when they are boyfriend and girlfriend, then the mattress is mine, the bedsheet is his, the cat is mine, the dog is his, the saucer is mine, the cup is his, This is how. But in our country, we accept that our body is produced by our legal parents. This is the point I want to bring out. Now, this body which is given to us by them, who has the first right on the body? See? Do we have any right on our body? The first person to have the right on our body is our parents. And therefore, it is necessary as a discipline, to discipline our gross body, we must behave with our parents. See, Bhagavad Gita tells, Deva Dvija Guru Prajna, all those who are elder than us, we have to demonstrate respect for them. And when we demonstrate respect, we revere somebody, we honor somebody. You know what happened? The first thing, our laziness disappears. See? Last night, I was not little well, so I came and slept. In the morning when I got up, all my host and hostiles. My English is very poor, what can I do? All four of them, early in the morning at 5 o'clock in my room with a warm cup of tea, Swamiji, should we get this thing for you? I said, what happened? Suddenly you have woken up so early. No, Swamiji, we just felt like, why? Where the laziness, where the excuses have gone? Only because when you love somebody and you respect somebody, revere somebody, all your laziness disappears. See? Therefore, when we respect and revere somebody, it is in our interest, friends. And what is our interest? Our interest is we should never remain as an enemy to ourselves. Atmaiva atmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmana. How we are our enemy? We are our enemy in these three ways, as I told you yesterday. The alasya nidra pramad. Laziness. This laziness is a word used in Sanskrit as alasa. Alasa means what? The one who doesn't have ras in anything. A rasika. Gujaratis have got the name Rasik Bhai. This fellow is a Rasik Bhai. Or okay. If he is a Rasik Bhai, then who is she? A Rasik Ben. And when we don't have ras, then अब जी के क्या करेंगे? When you don't have charm in your life, you cannot enjoy. Every moment of our life is for celebration, not for calibration. We are all calibrating, is it not? इतना इन्वेस्ट किया तो ये मिलेगा. किसको? See? And for that, what is required is that to take what you call ras in life, we must be physically fit. See? Last 1 week or so, because of my this illness, Swamiji, let's go there. No, I don't think we should go there. See, when I was in Bombay, there was one function. After my lecture, I was supposed to go there and inaugurate. Very big function. And all of them were waiting. 7:30 my lecture was over. I said by 8:30 I should be able to come. But Bombay traffic is such that after 1 hour I was hardly 2 kilometers away from my lecture where I had delivered, and another 15-20 kilometers I had to go. So I told him, I said, look here, I don't think I can come. There is too much of traffic jam and it's okay. Oh, don't mind, please, excuse me. When this happened, my friend, he said, Swami, this is for the first time you have cancelled. You never cancel any of your lectures or program. You must not be well. So he wanted to drive me directly to the doctor. I said, don't worry. Tomorrow I am going to Ahmedabad. I will call a doctor and see. So when you are physically unhealthy, you cannot take a rush in anything in life. See? And physical health can be maintained by these common practices. Deva Dvija Guru Prajna, Pujanam. In this manner, when we are remaining in awareness that our body is not a victim of laziness, and to break this laziness, the simplest way is begin your day early in the morning. Those who wake up after the sunrise, next life they will be born as bed bugs. Mami, you don't curse. I said, I am not cursing, Baba. This is the rule. See, if you cross the red light, you will be fined. No, don't curse me. This is not a curse. This is a rule, is it not? Oh God. Anywhere you see bed bug, achak plug. See, there was one man in Thane. Sorry, Krishna. And he happened to come somehow for one of my lectures, and I was talking on, the topic was Tripura Rahasya. It's a very deep subject. And one day he came, second day he came, third day he came and met me. Swamiji, I want to ask you some question. I said, I don't want to talk to you. Why? I said, have you taken bath? I said, say yes or no. No. I said, I don't talk to the people who don't take bath. Then I told him, tomorrow you come, take bath, shave properly, put on, wash, clean, iron clothes, and put some perfume on your body. Now the stink is coming out. Then talk to me. Next day he came. And when he came, I said, now you talk to me. Now you are worth attending to. And then he said, Swamiji, I am engineer by profession. I said, very good. Screwdriver engineer or softy or eat pathar engineer or bijli wala engineer? He said, Swamiji, I am a mechanical engineer. Very good. Then next, Last 18 years I have not been working. By God's grace, I have got 4 children. God's grace comes in very funny manner. I said, then by God's grace, money also comes. He said, by God's grace, I got such a nice wife. She is working. Then he said, I am now getting really fed up of myself. What kind of life I am leading? So please help me. So I hugged him. I said, hey, you are going to be one of the best person in the world. What do I do? I said, now, no argument, no discussion. These are my 2 conditions when I talk to anybody. No discussion, no argument. Tomorrow onwards, start walking from Thane, walk up to Church Gate, a short distance of 35 kilometers. Walk. And after touching the Church Gate railway station, if you cannot, then take a train and come home. Do it for 1 month. And then see what happens. And after about a year or so, he met me. Such a changed person. He says, Swamiji, I don't know what you did, but there is a tremendous change. And he was working and his wife came and she says, Swamiji, I don't know how to thank you and all that. I said, don't do anything to me. He had everything in him. Only what I did, like you get, those gift cards, you get the card, scratch them. Oh, I'm sorry, oh God. Everywhere Murphy comes. See? So what I did, I only scratched and the genius surfaced. So what was his problem? Problem was only one thing. Alas, laziness, laziness, laziness. You cannot justify laziness for any reason. See? And when this laziness comes, neither in the material world nor in the spiritual world we can ever progress. Forget about institutional level. If you take all the great people, whether it is Tata or Birla, you see their life. When I was in Calcutta, I was sometimes used to go and spend time with Swami Akhanda Anji when he used to stay in their house. So, when I was there, I used to see their whole life is so disciplined. Morning, 6 o'clock, everybody, whosoever he may be in the family, properly wash, dress, clean, neat dress, fresh mood, they will come on the dining table and they will all take whatever tea or coffee or milk, what they have to take together, begin their day, Jai Shri Krishna. Such a simple thing. When your individual laziness is sacrificed, then only the institutional cooperation begins. See, friends, lesser the choice we give to ourselves, more disciplined we become. More the choice we give ourselves, less disciplined we become. अब मूड नहीं कर रहा खाना खाने का. See, like when I go to so many places, so 10 o'clock breakfast is over, 12 o'clock lunch. But Swamiji, you have just taken, how will you take the lunch? I said, that is one of the duties, finish it off. We don't have to eat because we are hungry, we have to eat because we have to eat, over. Life becomes very simple, friends. In this manner, this alasya, laziness, has to be thawed. Like when it is solid ice, you can't eat even in the ice cream, isn't it? When you take it out from the deep freezer, you can't eat. It must be little bit of warm. So the laziness is like the icing on our personality. And when there is icing on the road, the car skid. See? So alasya and a laziness starts operating at the physical body level. And it is here our great teachers tell us, early to bed and early to rise is the way to be healthy, wealthy and wise. Means what? If you go late to bed and late to rise, is a guarantee to be otherwise. So, physical body's fitness begins when laziness doesn't touch us. First. Second thing, nidra. See, nidra is sleep. And if you observe within yourself, the real sleep that we experience is very little. Most of the time, we are gathering wool. You know, in English there is a proverb, a word used, wool gathering. You know what is wool gathering? In the morning you are out of the sleep, but not out of the bed. So that wide gap, out of sleep but not out of bed. During that time, what do we do? The carpet factory begins. So much of wool we keep on gathering. And then, Swamiji, early morning in Brahma Muhurta, I had a dream. What was the dream? And since that dream, then my sleep was destroyed. So please tell me, do you analyze dreams? I said yes. What is the dream? The dream is a huge black cobra came and straight away caught hold of my jugular vein, I don't know how, and he started sucking my blood like a Coca-Cola. This was my dream. Swamiji, then I asked her, is the cobra alive or dead? After taking your blood, he cannot survive. See? All these funny things happen because we are not sleeping. The body is at a different speed in laziness, and the mind is at a different speed in the dream. When there is a parallax, when they are not going parallel to each other, that anomaly in the experience is called as dream. See, sometime you might have seen in the village side, they have got two animals yoked to the same cart. One is a buffalo calf, another is a bull calf. Now they have got different speeds. So the buffalo calf will be like us. ठीक है, तुम खींच लो, मुझे भी खींचो, हाँ. In the same manner, our mind is like a bull calf and our body is like a buffalo. Haan, try karo. And then what happens is the dreams. Don't give any importance to any dream, or else you will get carried away. And then you will come to people like me who will encash your dreaminess. See? So, in that dream, then we will say, okay, oh beta, this was a terrible bad dream. Maharaj ji, kya karu? Puja. Here, what puja? See, you have to go to Shiva temple and do the Mahamrutyunjaya japa, and you have to do 16 Somvar Vratam, and 17th Somvar you carry with you 1 kilogram weight gold cobra made, and then do the puja, and then that cobra you offer to me. Don't give to anybody, okay? Then what will happen, Maharaj? Your black cobra worry will go and yellow cobra worry will come up. We make ourselves victims. See, when you are available for befooling, why shouldn't I befool you? See, you are freely available, so I'll befool you. Why shouldn't I? The other day I was in Sonipat, on way from Delhi to Sonipat, and there were some white towels, big size. So I casually asked, I said, hey, I like playing in the life, not all the time seriously. Swamiji, hey, oh, you should not look here, you don't know. I am not a statue. So when we were standing, I said, hey, कितने का है? ₹2, ₹100 का दो. So I said, you give me 10 for 50 rupees. क्या? ना, 10 for 50 rupees. क्या बोल रहे हैं? And I said, again I repeat, I have no problem because anyhow time pass. And finally he gave me 10 for 100 rupees. The one who started 2 only in 100 rupees, he gave me 10 for 100 rupees. When I said my friend, I said, hey, paisa do. He paid. He said, how can you bargain like that? I said, when there are fools like you and me available, they will be selling the things which is not worth. And we buy. In the same manner, wrong ideas are sold in this world because fools are available to purchase. See? Look within. Don't run outside in the world. See? Therefore, this alasya, nidra, when our sleep is healthy, you are fresh. And whole night if we are not sleeping, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन? कहाँ जाएंगे? भाड़ में और कहाँ? Unfortunately, we are left behind. See? Therefore, alasya, nidra, and then pramad. Pramad is one most difficult thing to conquer. And what is the pramad? Pramad is a habitual error. We repeat the same mistake again and again and again and again. And afterwards we are proud of our mistakes. See? Like, there is a friend of mine, he used to tell me, Swamiji, I forget things so much that, when I go somewhere, suppose I take out my glasses and I talk and I forget about it, I don't know. But anyway, it's like that. I know now this is like that. I said, when you are telling me about your forgetfulness, are you glorifying yourself or you are ashamed of yourself? Think. When we do the same mistake again and again, initially we feel bad, afterwards we glorify our foolishness. Is it not, friends? That is called as pramad. And this pramad is reflected in our life. How it is reflected in our life? Swami ji, जब हम आपका सत्संग सुनते हैं ना, सब ठीक होता है. Afterwards, we don't know what happens. When we go outside, put on our shoes and go back, again the same thing comes back. What is the reason? Because of the shoes. Then what is to be done? That is what in India, our devotees go to the temple for changing the shoes. We may have a wrong notion. They go for the God. They go their old slippers and then they are just, concentrating, single pointed. And when required size and quality is available, and then that devotee has gone, and Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Now what they do, they leave their ego. And they take a new pair of shoes, it is fresh. Even in the darkness, you put on your slippers, you recognize, is it not? That is our ego. See? We repeat it again and again, the same thing. For example, our habits. Like my habit. I go on playing with my beard. One day one girl told me, Swamiji, why you catch your beard all the time? I said, are you jealous or what? You can come and try. So a pramadi person justifies his mistakes. We should not. If it is wrong, we must correct ourselves. See, take one example. Many of us are the victims of our anger. And then we say that unless you become angry, things don't work. That means what is important for us? Work is important, not purification of our own mind. See? And if you see, the real achievement in life is done by those who have conquered these enemies within. See? With our anger, how many things we can conquer? Hardly a handful, not more than that. But those who are at peace, they rule the whole world. See, friends. Therefore, pramad is not only doing the same mistake again, but further justifying it and not wanting to come out of it. Therefore, these are the three obstacles at the level of the body. And it is for this purpose that our scriptures have given the Yoga Shastra. Surya Namaskar if you do. There are genius people in this world, you know. It is said that the idiots are more genius than the wise. One person asked me this question. He used to go in the morning for a walk. In Pune, he asked me this question. He used to come for the evening talks. Morning he could not come. And he said, Swamiji, morning lecture and meditation you take, can't you take the morning class in the afternoon? Now see, what they talk, they don't know. I said, then it will be afternoon class. No, the morning class you take in the afternoon. But I said, why? He said, because morning I go for a walk. Then I said, then don't go for exactly that time. After the lecture, you go for a walk. Anyway, you are retired, unwanted at home. So, he said, no. People check their watch by my presence on that particular spot. Last 30 years, everybody knows. Mr. Patel is always there at that moment. Now see, where we are caught up. We have to have the wisdom. When to select what? Yes, you should have discipline. But we also must have wisdom. Now, these 5, 6, 7 days, you get an opportunity to